Have you ever been to a store and as you're shopping, you stop to look at the ingredients? Maybe it's a shampoo, makeup, or laundry detergent you're going to buy. Maybe it's even some processed food. You can't believe what's in it. You can't even pronounce what's in it, let alone know what all of those chemical ingredients are. Then you wonder, what are all of those chemicals physically doing to me? Maybe you know of someone, or you are someone, who has had an autoimmune condition, or maybe even cancer. Or maybe you don't have a full-blown health issue, but you've noticed you're getting more frequent headaches, some brain fog, have sensitivity to chemicals, or even digestion issues. And then your kids, are they having a hard time focusing on their schoolwork? Or maybe seem overly hyper? Have they developed food allergies? Is there a common item that might be triggering all of these different things? I'm Teresa with Living Natural Today, and I'm passionate about sharing with you how you can minimize toxins, because my life has literally been turned upside down by toxins. If I would have known then what I know today, I could have saved myself 10 years of health challenges and I wouldn't have ended up on my deathbed. But fortunately, I've learned a ton over these years, and I'm alive today to share it with you. When my health challenges started, I was probably like many of you, just going through life, adjusting to my symptoms, popping an ibuprofen when I had a headache, drinking a pop in the afternoon for a caffeine jolt when I needed some extra energy to get through the workday, ignoring my bloated stomach after eating a meal. I had learned how to work around my symptoms. They were just a part of my life. It seemed normal. None of my symptoms mysteriously appeared overnight. They were gradual. It wasn't until those innocent symptoms led to more concerning ones that I stopped to take notice. It was at that time that I began to turn to doctors. Visiting my primary doctor was just the beginning of visiting doctor after doctor, taking medical test after medical test, and spending dollar upon dollar. The medical doctors were stumped. However, I was continuing to get worse. It took some time, but after much research, I was fortunately able to find other doctors who understood my health condition and could also help me through my challenges. As I continued to research, I began to realize, as Suzanne Somers states in her book Toxic, that we are under the greatest environmental assault in the history of humanity, and our bodies had reached a tipping point. My body had definitely reached that tipping point, and I learned that so many others had too. You might be one of them. Nagging symptoms, but no real answers. Unfortunately, the number of people with chronic diseases is growing rapidly. It's projected that by the year 2020, 81 million Americans will have multiple chronic conditions. This shouldn't be the new normal. Thankfully, my different doctors explained how many of the everyday products I was using were building up in my body, stressing my immune system, and causing adverse health problems. They explained that my toxic bucket had overflowed and disease set in. Now, when a doctor mentions to you that you should minimize toxins, it can be so overwhelming. It seems like we're just surrounded by toxins. With over 80,000 chemicals on the market today and only a tiny percentage of which have been tested for safety, where do you even begin? Now, everyone needs to lighten their toxic burden, whether you currently have health issues or not. Minimizing toxins is actually one of the pillars of the Myers Way, a program that Dr. Amy Myers uses for her autoimmune patients. I'm passionate about sharing with you about toxins because it is one of the strategies that transformed my health. Why wouldn't you want to take preventative measures today that could impact your health positively in the future? Especially when more and more research continues to state that many of the chemicals in our everyday products are negatively impacting our health. Even though we're inundated today by toxins all around us, what if I told you that you could practically and easily begin to significantly reduce the amount of toxins you're consuming on a regular basis in your home? The fact is, it can be done. These are toxins that you have control over. You can make your home a safer environment. And this is where I can help you. I invite you to spend 14 days learning about changes you can make in your home to minimize toxins. I understand you might not have the time to do all the research, so that's why I've condensed into 14 days much of what I've researched over the past few years. I want the job of minimizing toxins for you to be manageable. During the 14 days, I'll guide you through 5 rooms of your home, giving you actionable and practical steps that you can take to begin minimizing toxins in your home. We identify toxic items and learn about harmful chemicals which are in them. I share with you alternatives to replace those toxic items. I also share many resources which I wish I had when I began the quest of minimizing toxins in my own home. These are strategies I've implemented in our home. I know what to look for when shopping, and I know what not to waste money on. Are you ready to ditch toxins and make your home a safer environment in just 2 weeks? Then please join me. Don't live another day knowing you should be minimizing toxins but doing nothing about it. Take action today to benefit your life for years down the road. By going through this program, you are in store for what will very well may be a life-changing experience for you and your family as you implement strategies that will help reduce your exposure to those toxins. Believe me, you will never shop the same way again after learning all of this information. By removing and replacing items throughout your home, you can not only survive but thrive in today's toxic environment. I'm so excited to go on this journey with you. Be sure to click on the information below to take the first step toward minimizing toxins in your home.